Right, just got the 8-inch version of the Chuwi tablet. I've got the Chuwi High 10, 10.1 inch. Now this is the Chuwi High 8 Pro 8-inch. Runs the same resolution, but on an 8-inch screen. It's got the same processor, the Cherry Trail Z8300 quad core. It's got half the RAM though. The Chuwi High 10 has 4 gig of RAM, and this one has the 2 gig. Shouldn't be too much of a problem because 2 gig is plenty enough. 4 gig maybe a little bit of overkill, but very useful anyway. And it's got 32 gig of RAM, expandable using the micro SD card slot. So let's have a little look inside. Put that to the side, and there we have it. The Chuwi tablet, the High 8, running the Intel 64-bit quad core. At 1.84 gigahertz, and then an 8th gen GPU with 2 gig of RAM. There we go. So let's have a little look around the side. It's got a nice silver bezel there to either side. You've got the powers, the volume, micro SD. You've got your Type C charging port, so nice and quick charging there, and also your micro HDMI. And a headphone slot. It's actually really smart to have these little silver bits around the edge. Yeah, very smart. On the back there you've got a single speaker, so you're not going to get amazing sound out of this. And a 2 megapixel camera back, 2 megapixel camera on the front. So let's turn it on. The good thing about these Chuwi tablets is they're actually dual boot. So you get Windows 10 as standard, and you also get Windows 5.1. Which I think is pretty amazing for a tablet to have access to both. So let's see if it's got any power in it. Yep, lights come on. Let's see what we get. Let's prop it up there. Oh, there we go, nice and bright. So let's boot into Android. So simply click. I'll zoom in for you. Take this off so you can see a bit better. So you get the Chuwi boot screen there, and it should just be loading up into the Android 5.1 operating system. So the Android actually, they split the memory on this one, so it's 32 gigs. So the Android will have 10 gigs of that, and the Windows side of it will have 22 gigabytes. And like I say, it will utilize micro SD cards up to 64 gig. So let's see how it performs. We want English. Click. Nice and responsive. We won't bother with that. We'll skip. I'll skip anyway. We'll keep the date and time because I can always change that another time. Ignore that. Ignore that. I want to skip. I don't like all this send information. And there we go. We're straight into Windows. Windows. It's not Windows. It's Android 5.1. You'd think I'd know that. So, nice smooth scrolling. Let's get the apps. It's giving me all the tips now. Widgets. It's actually really quick. And I said responsive. There we go. Go home. Yeah, I like it. Now I think on this one, if you actually scroll down, pull down your menu from the top, here, if you can see that, you've got to switch to Windows icon in there. Click it, boot to Windows, click OK, and it does its stuff. So there's no powering off and choosing that other option again, rather than Android choose Windows this time. It's really easy just to click a button and it will do everything for you. Now it should just boot straight into Windows now. And we're there. There we go. Let's go into landscape. And we're away. So nice and quick. Into the store. Opens up nicely. I've not accessed my Wi-Fi though. Yeah, very nice. Quite like it. Yeah, it's very clear, very crisp. Let's see what the brightness. I think that's 100% brightness. So let's have a quick check. That's 80. So we can go up to 100 there. All the way down to 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. But it's, yeah, bright enough. Very bright. So I'm going to give this a good test. And run through maybe a few benchmarks, a few general browsing, and see where we go from there. And I'll feedback below and let you know how it all works out.